Good morning, all of you. Yesterday, we were talking about the factors that stop one from speaking English. Today, let us discuss some other factors which stop one or even teachers from speaking English. The next one is lack of vocabulary. Of course, we know that vocabulary is of two types: the receptive vocabulary and the productive vocabulary. The receptive vocabulary is also called passive vocabulary, and productive vocabulary is also called active vocabulary. So, all of us, including teachers, may have a lot of vocabulary at their command, at their possession, but they fail to use that vocabulary in their speech or writing because it is more passive than active or productive. So, in order to speak or write well, you have to convert our passive or receptive vocabulary into active or productive vocabulary by speaking and writing too often. Otherwise, your receptive vocabulary will be faded out, and even if your productive vocabulary turns into passive or receptive vocabulary. That is the problem with vocabulary. It's not enough if you know a lot of vocabulary. It is not enough if you master a lot of vocabulary. It's not enough if you know the synonyms for your vocabulary, but it is only useful if you use that vocabulary in your writing or especially in speech. Only then can you become a good user of the language. That's why you have to use the vocabulary you know in your speech and writing too often so that it becomes productive vocabulary. The other one is cultural factors. Yes, in a society like India, there are many cultural factors which stop one, especially from women, from speaking on the dais or speaking at the public places and so on. Actually, we need not say that a particular religion is against women, but all the religions are more or less have got some restrictions on women, so they may hesitate to speak a bit in the public place. Of course, there are great many orators of women. Of course, there are exceptions, but generally, women tend to feel a bit shy and they don't come forward at the public places or in the school assembly and even in the staff room. They hesitate to speak. I have observed this for many years. It is because of our cultural factors. So, of course, even women or anybody should come out to speak because speaking is not a taboo. It's a very good habit. You can influence the people around you. You will be labeled as a good speaker and you will get good recognition. You will get better employment opportunities. So, speaking makes you a ready man. So, you start speaking in English whenever and wherever possible, in spite of any differences of gender, place, personal, anything. You need not worry about anything. Whenever there is an opportunity, try to grab it and speak English. The next one is accent concerns. Yeah, this is a very troublesome issue for all the non-native speakers like Indians. All of us feel that if you speak with wrong accent and pronunciation, others will laugh at us. They may not understand us. And we feel that our English is not up to the mark. We feel that there is an influence of our mother tongue on our accent and intonation. If you keep on thinking about all these factors all the time, you will never try to speak English. You have to set aside all your fears, all your phobias, all your misconceptions, all your notions about accent and intonation. You should believe that as a non-native speaker, you will never speak like the native speaker in spite of the best training in the best institutes of English. Even I have been to the Central Institute of English and Foreign Languages during my PhD contact program. I observed that even they were speaking good English, good accent, but their English was not just like native English. They were speaking according to general Indian English. That is the English spoken by the educated Indians. Of course, we can, by listening to their English, we don't understand that they are from Andhra Pradesh, they are from Tamil Nadu, they are from North India. But we say that they may belong to India, probably, and we can surely say that they are not non-native speakers of English. Even if you listen to the commentaries of native speakers and non-native speakers, you can understand who is the native speaker and who is not the native speaker. You may listen to the Sunil Gavaskar, and you may listen to some other native speakers from England or Australia. Definitely their English is slightly different. Of course, Sunil Gavaskar is the best English commentator in India. His English is almost native-like, but not just exactly native-like. You should know the difference. So start speaking with your native accent, regional accent, or whatever accent you have, but speaking is more important than your accentual features, your accentual differences, or even your accentual deficiencies. Of course, leave aside all these things and start speaking slowly and surely. If you listen to the speeches of the native speakers and the non-native speakers, educated speakers, speeches of Jawaharlal Nehru, Ambedkar, and other famous speakers who spoke, you will have your neutral accentation, neutral redaction, and you will be speaking with some, of course, non-native accent with good accent and intonation. That should be the goal. You will never speak like the native speaker unless you go to India and America and live with them. Even if you live with them, there is no guarantee that you will speak exactly like the native speakers, because you are brought up in India. Your vocal cords were habituated to speak like Indians, so it's almost impossible or even difficult to speak like them. Don't try to imitate them. Try to speak with your own accent, but good accent, but neutral accent. Next one is comfort zone. Yes, most of those speakers or even the teachers try to live in their comfort zone. That's the most problematic issue for all of us. We should never live in our comfort zone because we feel that I got a job, I'm getting the salary, I'm working, I'm teaching in the school, I'm valuing the papers, and so I'm doing many things. So what should I do? Comfort zone is the stumbling block for our progress or development. So all of us must get away from the zone. Unless you get away from the comfort zone, you will never grow professionally, economically. So all of us must try to go away from the comfort zone. The comfort zone is so difficult to get away from because we feel that we are very comfortable in that zone. Our mind says that why should we work hard? Why should we improve our English? Why should we speak on at the public places? Why should we do this and that? So we should get away from this negative suggestions from our brain, and we should try to excel in our chosen professions, whether it is teaching, whether it is preaching, or whatever the profession. You have to get away from that comfort zone, and you should try to grow professionally, and you should try to excel in the chosen field. Only then can you be called a true professional, and then only then can you be recognized in the society. Only then can you be called an expert in that field. Thank you very much for watching our channel. Let's meet tomorrow.